What's up, guys? My name is Andy.montalvo. I'm a real estate agent here in Houston, Texas with Martha Turner, Sotheby's International, and welcome to my March 2022 market update for Houston, Texas. Now, I don't want to take up too much of your time, so let's get straight to it. Now, before we start, if you are a home buyer right now or you plan to be a home buyer in the future, check this video out. It's going to give you some tips and some things that you need to think about before you even go and look at houses. These steps are crucial to your home buying process, so you do not want to miss it. And also, don't forget to hit like and subscribe so you can keep up with the weekly content. But anyways, back to the market update. In March 2022, the Houston area saw about 9,446 homes sold, which was 27% increase from February. As you can see, home sales continue to increase month to month, which just shows that buyer demand that we've always been talking about for the past year or so, feels like forever, is still there. Now, one of the biggest issues that we have faced in 2022 and something that we did see a lot of in 2021 was low inventory. Now, throughout the city of Houston in the month of March, we saw about 13,359 active listings, which was about 3% increase from February. Some of that increase in active listings was due to the 11,680 new listings that we had come onto market. Now, that is a big jump in the number of new listings that are coming onto market when you compare it to the previous months like February and January. A lot of it could be because we are entering the springtime, and the springtime tends to be a little more busy than the wintertime. Or it could also be that some of those sellers who were holding off during the winter time to sell are now rushing to sell and buy their next home because they want to move and they're scared of what interest rates are going to look like later in the year. In terms of competitiveness, the month of March took a little bit of a turn and started going back to that heavy sellers market. We had a month of inventory about 1.4, which was 17% decrease from the month of February, which just shows how large the buyer demand is when compared to how many homes there are on market. Now, all this low inventory tied up with this mass buyer demand has continued to drive up the median home sale price in Houston. In the month of March, the median home sale price in Houston continued to increase to about $335,000, which was about 3% increase from February. Now we're getting to the point where a lot of people are getting very scared and a lot of people don't know necessarily what to do and are kind of just rushing to buy a house now. Increasing interest rates and increasing home prices is not a good formula for people who are looking to buy a home. Some people now are getting priced out of the homes that they originally wanted and having to settle for something a little bit less just so they can stay comfortable. And this is happening amongst all price ranges. Now, talking about price ranges, for homes under $500,000 in the city of Houston, we had about 7,618 home sales, which was a 24% increase from February. Then when you moved into the homes priced in the $500,000 to $1 million mark, you had about 1,585 home sales, which was a 35% increase from the month of February. And then came your homes for over $1 million, which had 329 home sales and was a whole 50% increase from February. So yes, there's a lot of buyers coming into every single price range that there is in the Houston area. And the luxury market in Houston just keeps growing more and more. Now let's compare how some of these market areas did against each other. In the inner loop, the Greater Heights area led the market with 109 homes sold and 205 contracts written. Up next came the Rice Military area with 34 homes sold and 69 contracts written. Then third, you had the West U area with 29 homes sold and 57 contracts written. Now, Houston is much larger than just that inner part, so to get a whole scope of the market, we also want to take a look at the suburbs. Now, in the suburbs, Katy continues to lead the market with 527 homes sold and 1,033 contracts written. Up next, you had Richmond with 295 homes sold and 470 contracts written. And third, you had Cypress with 276 homes sold and 464 contracts written. There is one thing that the market really relies on in order to bring inventory to home buyers, and that is new construction homes. Now, in much of 2021 and now in 2022, new construction homes have become sort of an issue. With low labor supply, material supply, and delays on timelines, new construction has kind of not been able to help as much as it used to be able to help. Home builders are so slowed down that they can't bring homes onto market quick enough. Here in Houston, we had about 4,960 active listings in the month of March, which was a 2% decrease from February. However, home sales keep increasing in the new construction homes. In Houston, we had 2,065 new construction home sales, which was a 20% increase from month of February. So builders really can't keep up with this buyer demand that we currently have. Now, overall, we're still seeing a very competitive seller's market where a lot of homes are going over asking price when they are priced correctly and according to market and are kind of fixed up, maybe, and are taken care of and are presentable to the public. You're still seeing heavy buyer demand and a lot of people moving into town or moving around town trying to find properties and trying to kind of hustle for something before the interest rates continue to increase. So one of the big drivers of buyer demand right now is just buyers trying to get into something before the expected rate hikes happen later in the year. And because home prices continue to increase, home affordability is getting worse, and it's leaving some buyers out of price brackets that they thought they used to be in. Now, that is all I have for you today with regards to the market update. As I always like to do, I like to cover some new cool developments that are coming to Houston. And this March, I wanted to talk about the Houston Zoo expansion that we will be having this fall 2022. The Houston Zoo will be redoing its entire entrance and adding a whole Galapagos Island experience to the Houston Zoo, along with its first ever penguin habitat. The Houston Zoo is one of the best attractions in the Houston area and a great place to go out with the family. So keep an eye out for fall 2022 because it's expected to be completed around then. Now, I also like to tell you guys about something fun you can do in the next upcoming month. And this month, I wanted to tell you guys about the 35th annual Art Car Parade that is going to be happening in downtown Houston. The parade is set to happen on Saturday, April 9th, and will be around 2 p.m., but there will be some fun things to do before that, so you can get there a little earlier, around 10 a.m. The parade is open and free to everybody, so it's something great that you can go do for fun, for free, with the family, with friends, and all that kind of stuff. There will be over 250 artistically and creatively designed vehicles throughout this whole parade. There will also be vendors, food, games, all that kind of fun stuff. So if you would like more information, go to the link right there in the description. I put a link to the art car page so you can get all the information you need to attend. Besides that, that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you very much for sticking around. If I left you with any questions, please go ahead and put them down below or shoot me an email. It's going to be right here down at the bottom so I can get those answered for you. Now, before you exit this video and you hit that red X to close out of everything, go ahead and hit like and subscribe, as your support means everything to me, and I don't want you to miss any of the weekly content. With that said, I will see you guys next week.